While most people come to the beach for the surf and sunshine, tucked behind the main street of Manhattan Beach is a library you could miss if you're not looking. Believe it or not, it might be the only library where the books have to compete with the Pacific Ocean. If you spend a few hours here, would you rather read a book or just stare out the window? Welcome to Library Hunter, I'm Kathy. Today, we're exploring this beautiful library together in Manhattan Beach, Los Angeles County. Only 4 square miles of ocean breeze and the SoCal beach life. In case you're not familiar with this beach town, there are about 35,000 people living here. Average temperature is a breezy 62 degrees. It has all the classic beach town elements: volleyball courts, a pier almost 1,000 feet long, and 2 miles of coastline. And my favorite spot here is this beautiful public library. Every time I come to the beach, I just couldn't help spending some quality time at this library. Follow me and you will know why. This library didn't start as a government project. Back in 1910, the Neptunian Women's Club opened a subscription library. 10 cents bought you access to a small book collection. In other words, it was born out of community passion, even before the city was fully established. By 1915, it joined the LA County Library System, making it one of the oldest continuously operating branches. Just think about it, this sleek glass landmark started with dimes and determination of the community. Fast forward to 2015, the city opened this brand new 2-story library, about 22,000 square feet, with a budget around $18 million, a glass and concrete box that gleams in the beach sun. As we walk closer to the library, we will first be attracted by something really special. That's a sculpture called Light Gate. At first, it just looked like 2 tall sheets of glass, but the closer you get, the more it plays tricks with the sun. Walk around it and the view shifts. Sometimes it's transparent, sometimes it refracts light into rainbow edges, and sometimes it throws back a mirror reflection. The opening in the middle lines up perfectly with the 14th Street, drawing your eyes straight to the Pacific Ocean. Twice a year, typically around January 27th and November 14th, the sun sets right through that opening, filling the whole space with color. People literally gather here just to watch it. And I love how it blends with the library itself. Both are built with glass and light, and both remind us that this beautiful city of Manhattan Beach is shaped by the view of the Pacific Ocean. The ground floor is mainly for the children. Low tables, bright shelves, story times. There are so many things to explore as family. This floor also has spaces for teens, public computers, and community meeting rooms. It's clearly built with locals in mind. And here's something I didn't expect. This is the first library in LA County with a self-return machine with an automated sorting system. I didn't have a book to drop off, but trust me, it is pretty fun watching the machine whisking books away. Look at this interesting art. It's called personal archaeology, and it flows right along the ramp that takes you up to the mezzanine. At first, you see these big, silvery kelp leaves. They almost look like they're drifting on the water. But if you lean in closer, not sure if you can see from the video, but they're actually words etched into the metal. Those words are not random. The artist actually went out into Manhattan Beach, talked to people at the boardwalk and in a plaza, and gathered their stories. Then she wove those words into the leaves. As we walk upstairs, we're walking through the voices of the community, past little fragments of memory and history. It makes me feel that the library building itself is whispering local ocean stories as you move through it. It is one of those details you could miss if you just rush by, but once you see it, you will notice it every time. Look at this giant jellyfish. It's called prevailing affinities. These are 18 of them filling the wall, clustered together like they're floating in a bloom. Each dome even carries colors from the Manhattan Beach city seal. The artist said she wanted to capture what locals value most: family, friends, and connection. So the jellyfish are the symbols of how individual lives drift and link together. I really love that idea, that this big, modern library also holds a piece of portrait of its community through the beauty of art. The jellyfish feel almost alive, like they're actually swimming through the glass walls of the building. This isn't just a pretty architecture, it's designed for its setting, a glassy library in the middle of an ocean town. It has a double glass wall system, 2 layers of glass with an air gap in between. It blocks the heat, cuts sun glare, and even stands up to salty ocean air. That means lower energy use, less maintenance, and more comfort inside. Its sustainable design made for a beach town like Manhattan Beach, and the LEED Gold certification proves it. Because it's now a 2 stories vertical building compared to the previous design, it now frees up more space outside for lawns, trees, and even a modest amphitheater for community events.
Thrilled that you are all here to see the many efforts made by our community to recognize this important day. Thank you for joining with millions of people around the world for commemorating United Nations International Peace Day.
Now coming back to the library, and here's my favorite part: sweeping views of the Pacific Ocean. On a clear day, you can spot Malibu to the north, Palos Verdes to the south, and Catalina Island straight ahead on the horizon. Study tables line the west side, giving us the front row seat to one of the best views in LA County. The glass on the second floor changes with the light, so the whole space feels alive throughout the day. And here's another surprise. This is one of the few libraries in LA County open on Sundays. That's a big win for weekend book hunters. They also run a speaker series, authors, adventurers, thinkers, adding even more life to the space. Stepping out of the library, and in just a few blocks, we were in downtown Manhattan Beach. The Civic Center parking lot out front is medium-sized and it fills up fast. But considering the good time you will get from the library, the payoff is obvious. The streets are lined with shops, cafes, and restaurants, the kind of place where you can grab an ice cream or window shop surf gear. Keep walking straight down Manhattan Beach Boulevard, and the street drops you right at the pier, with the ocean waiting at the end. 1 minute you're sipping coffee, poking around boutiques. The next you're walking downhill toward the pier, the Pacific opening up in front of you. So that's the Manhattan Beach Library, a glassy gem with family-friendly spaces downstairs, ocean views upstairs, and a lot of beautiful and creative ocean art. In this library, would you actually study with that ocean backdrop or just tune out like me? Tell me in the comments. And if you've got a favorite library in your neighborhood you think I should explore next, let me know. Thank you for exploring this library together, and I'll see you in the next library. Bye!